For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more. But they get him on the ground at the 20. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Gets it past the marker. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. A great Oklahoma running attack will bring a tear to the Boomer Sooner Nation eye, thinking of guys like Billy Sims.
And where it all started was always the ground game and the toughness, and you never question that. In Oklahoma, they got to get to that. They got to be that. They got to live that if they really want to build on what they used to be and bring that tradition and build some of that tradition in the SEC.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Tough sledding in there. Picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on 4th down. Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
Well, how's that for being aggressive? Early in the game, 4th down in your own territory, and you go for it. And then your offense is able to come up with the big play, generate a ton of momentum, and stay on the field. That is impressive.
Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
Well, he's able to make it easy after that catch, and I think his speed is something that just scares DBs to death. When you think about great Oklahoma receivers recently, guys like CeeDee Lamb, Sterling Shepard, Hollywood Brown, DBs gave
a lot of space. And the catch and run. Zone. Touchdown Sooners!
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise on the opening drive. Nice execution. They scored the touchdown. That was big time.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So it's an 80-yard drive. And the final 41 yards covered by that touchdown strike. Coming out with it, it's Jones. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Grabbed over the middle, it's Frazier. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Wants to fire on second down. Release to the back. Got it in the middle. It's Frazier. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. Now on first down from the 28. He might want another play. Wants to throw on first down. Finds the tight end. He snagged him, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. And the Dogs will hustle to the line. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on foot.
Line to the right. The 10. Touchdown Bulldogs. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he tacks on the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap things off with a big play up top, going 63 yards to the house. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Fielded in the end zone. It's Burks. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Crosses the 30. Breaks into the open. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Looking downfield on first down. Pulls it in. It's Barnes. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
So now it's second and long. They'll go with a direct snap. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
As a head coach, you love to see your quarterback locked in early in games. And in the first drive, leads the offense down to a touchdown, throws a TD pass, and here he is again, making a really good...
Ball is out behind the line. Recovers the fumble, and he's still going.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job of ball security.
While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Give to the running back. Got enough for the first down. Turning it on. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
What great explosiveness by this running back to break through and almost get to the house, Jesse, but just comes up short.
Well, I'll tell you, he had a lot of help downfield as well. Receivers getting blocks and making life easier on the back there. And all of a sudden now, this offense knocking on the door deep down in their opponent's territory.
There's so much for a quarterback to think about. Sticking out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set. Make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Driving its way all the way down to the 3-yard line. 3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Here comes the heat. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now, and I'm using my athleticism, and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Looking to throw on 1st down. They find themselves trailing by into double coverage, and he picked it off. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body, and that throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down.
Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his hand down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on 3rd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the 1st down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Ball's at the 29. They'll keep the offense out there and go for it. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Quarterback making checks. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He has the 1st and still on his feet. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Bringing the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. And as he throws, another incompletion on 3rd down.
And quarterback's accuracy goes way down when you start to get him on the move. And you want to make it go way down even further? Pop that sucker. Nice job making him move, scramble out to his left, and then getting a good clean stick on him. That's 2 things he has to think of.
Makes a catch, 1st down, and maybe a lot more. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Hey, man, that was just perfect execution important offensively. On a fourth down like that, if you're going to throw a completion, get the first and keep the drive alive, QB's got to be great with his eyes. He's got to throw it on time. His target has to be in the perfect place at the perfect time, and you got to be able to haul it in. They checked all the boxes on that fourth down.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking to the big tight end. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was good. And that extra point was good, and we're all tied up here in the second. All tied up, just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Sategna. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Rushes on him. QB got it himself. There he goes. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
At the 40, there he goes. Breaks into the open on the left. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. They'll go to the air. Quickly complete. Touchdown Sooners! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Stands in and takes the hit. Balls it in on the right. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Scrambling away. He'll take another shot here. And that one sails through the back of the end zone.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
He's not afraid to go deep. Touchdown, Georgia! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I love it. Trust your passing game. Trust your quarterback because you know he can execute. You have confidence in him, and that is the way you finish your first half. And now you got a chance to tie this football game up.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point is good. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 35-yard pass for 6. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. From the gun, the running back has it. And after that short gain, they'll head to the locker room. It's halftime here. The Sooners will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially breaks into the open. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Running back searching for a hole. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5.
He's loose on the right. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And that one will give him the lead.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap things off with a touchdown pass from 59 yards out. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Burks. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning it on! Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
And the Sooners come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Rides to back and leaves it. Picks up the first down. Open space at the 25. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Caught over the middle. It's dealt. Out across the 30, marked down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Georgia going up tempo.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
Now facing a 3rd and long.
42, Spider.
Looking to pass. It's Stockton. Buys a little time with his feet. Throwing on the run. Underneath toasted coverage. Got it deep downfield. He goes out of bounds across the 25. Marking at the 24 in this defense. Its head is spinning. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down.
Let's go. Ball.
It's a reverse. Outstanding work by this defense, reading their keys, staying at home, and knocking him down for a loss.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Oh, got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Dogs!
And this is why you consistently run the football. A steady diet because you can break the long touchdown runs. Nice job breaking through the line of scrimmage, outrunning the rest, getting in for the long touchdown.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point splits the uprights. They're up 35-28. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and it was finished off by a terrific 26-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Burks. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Hand off from the shotgun. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And I think that right there has been one of the biggest stories of this game so far. The reason this team trails is they can't get one of their best players the football in the passing game. This guy's a weapon. He eats defense.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Quarterback extends the play. That's caught. It's Frazier. Across the 25, he's got room. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. Might be changing the route. If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Final stand to the game, and we'll start with the first down. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. He's headed to the end zone.
Times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. Bunch formation for these receivers. From the shotgun, the inside give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Fires to the right. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
To the air, it's Mateer. Here's the pressure. They get to him as he throws.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Unloads to the wideout. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds.
And that is a backbreaker if you're on defense. On 4th down, the opponent's throwing for it. Not only do you give up the 1st down, but you give up an explosive play. And all of a sudden now, you're reeling a little bit defensively.
He's got it, and he will score. Touchdown Sooners. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
Leaves it with the back. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Back to throw, it's Stockton. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that.
Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. The Dogs have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back looking for room. There he goes. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
And that's the challenge for this defense, man. It starts to get later in the ball game. That clock is not your friend. You're losing the football game. They got to meet the physical challenge of this run game.
Georgia going back to work with another 1st down. They'll try to get outside. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. And the Bulldogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Here's a throw downfield late. He's got it inside the 15. Just what they were looking for, a huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. Defense might bring the house here. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Pressure coming. Snags it. They will score. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
They got it. Able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Dumps it to the back. Grab near the sticks. It's Barnes. Open field on the right. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. The run up the middle, looking for the score. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Referee referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. It's complete on the right side. He's a tough, crafty back, but he couldn't find his way to the marker, and it'll be 4th down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Trailing and getting deep in the game, they'll go for it here on 4th and goal. Going for 6. Into the end zone for a touchdown, and now just 1 point away from a tie.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game. Now, all you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
The extra point is up and good, and we are tied up in the 4th. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. Rolling right and going deep. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35.
Well, these two have been absolutely unstoppable in this game, and it just feels like every time this guy drops back to throw, he's throwing it to one guy and one guy only. The defense cannot stop him. He has been a matchup nightmare all game long.
The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it 1st and 10 outside the 30. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Fires on the move. Finds a man on the left. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer. Like, you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the 3rd overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays. Back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And deja vu again. I'm not surprised, man. They found this guy for several touchdowns today, and they were looking for him again. He's made plays. He's dependable. Why would you not take shots? That one just missed, but
breaks into the open. They make the stop, but the sweet pulling catch is ready to give him a 1st down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Touchdown, Dogs! They jump on top here in OT.
Reese, that's 3 for the young fella. I mean, this dude's smelling the end zone. Anytime he gets near it, you know he's going to lower his shoulder, do whatever it takes to get in the end zone. The hat trick, the 3rd touchdown.
And he tacked on the extra point. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
Man, you play the whole game. Now it's coming down to what? A couple of plays. It's in overtime. You're starting to move the ball closer to the opponent's end zone. Got to make a play. Got to protect the football. What's your go-to play after watching this whole game develop?
He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
That's why it's so important to have success on first and second down. They're running the ball on second down. You trust your O-line to get the job done. The running back does his. And now, with the positive play, you're setting up 3rd and inches.
And he just needed a few inches, and he didn't get it. The defense denies this offense. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10.
And that's a good, solid run there, Reese. And if you want to win in overtime, running the football is a good idea.
Showing that you're the more physical team in overtime can really be a breaking of their will. And they pick it off. You can't give it away in overtime.
When you get in the red area, as a quarterback, you got to be dialed in. You got to be really sharp, really crisp. You have to play with great